Hello and welcome to my unboxing video for 1919 Storm in the West. Just got this game today. It's by GMT Games. I've been looking for a World War One game. I have GMT's A World at War, sort of the World War II global grand strategy game. This is it here. And I've been looking for a World War One game to sort of play as a prequel to World at War to try to get the feel of the time period. Ultimately, I want to pick up Versailles, and I want to pick up which is sort of the treaty phase game, which I think that's a solitaire game or close to a solitaire game. Most of these games are solitaire games, and get right down to it, that can be played as two players. But I also want to pick up Gathering Storm and Storm over Asia, which are sort of the mobilization that went on during the 1930s and 20s for these different powers. That leads into the Second World War. At some point, I want to have enough of a collection where I can play World War One straight into World War Two and sort of get the whole feel for the time period. But I've already pulled the shrink wrap off of this, and so we'll go ahead and open it up. 1919 simulates the last phases of the First World War on the Western Front. The Russians are out of the war at this point, but the Americans are entering the war. So the Germans, historically, the Germans made one last big push in 1918 to try to win it before the Americans got there. It ended up failing, and then, of course, the Allied counteroffensive pretty much sealed Germany's fate. But the game superimposes that there might be a 1919, that they don't make that big push in 1919 and wear themselves out, essentially. But let's go ahead and open it up and take a look at it. If I can get it open here. Alrighty. Here we go. Got the rule book. Nice art and color on there. They always make such good rule books, GMT. And this one's relatively short, which is always a bonus. I mean, I have the World at War rule book over there that's, massive. So this is sort of refreshing to have such a short rule book. And then you also have the scenarios in the back of it, so it's kind of rule book and scenario combined, which I'll show you. Additional scenario starts here. So all right, that is the rule book, and you can see it's, I think, 27 pages, so it's not too long here. Alrighty, and then we have the counter sheets. Now this uses a system, one step, two step. So the units here, if you flip them over, they have a lesser amount on the back. So if they take any kind of damage, they get flipped over. If they take a second bit of damage, they're eliminated. The American Revolutionary Battle Series uses similar. So if you've played that, then you should be familiar with this then. All right. Here we have French, British, American, German, and I was just looking through. It said there was Italian and Portuguese as well. You see the back side of them here. Beautiful counters, by the way. And of course we have the map, which I don't know if I can get it in the screenshot here. See if I can open it up. I'll open it up on the table. Give me 1 second here. Okay, I got the map undone here, and you can see, if I can get rid of the glare, you have the trenches. There's Verdun, some of the famous battlefields and fortifications of the First World War. You can see the Ardennes forest here. which in the Second World War, the Germans appeared in the Sudan here, with the tanks coming through the Ardennes, and then you have the Belgium region. Over here you have the reinforcement track. It's where your reinforcements come in, the terrain key. This is your turn track, and then of course your casualty pals here. And this is the 1918 map, which the 1919 I think is identical on the other side, but the reinforcements in turn all are different. One moment here, let's see if I can get a good shot of it. And then the last component here is the charts, the good old player aids. You see the combat result table, replacement charts, zones of control. It looks like these are copies of the same. Terrain effects, tactical bombing. So it's all